Today, the cost of living is going up and it is not slowing down. People are having a hard time just trying to make it in this economy and putting a roof over their head, especially that. Here are some TikToks that I got showing the cost of living. And if something doesn't happen soon, a lot of people will be homeless.
Prices from 2018 compared to 2024. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in 2018 was $900 a month. In 2024, it was $1,500. A house on average was $375,000 in 2018 compared to a whopping $515,000 in 2024. The average gas prices was $2.50 in 2018 compared to $4 a gallon in 2024. A gallon of milk was $2.90 in 2018 compared to $4.50 a gallon in 2024. A Big Mac meal was $6.50 in 2018 compared to a high $11 in 2024. The average electricity bill was $100 a month in 2018 compared to $150 a month in 2024. A new car on average was $30,000 in 2018. In 2024, a new car is $45,000 on average. A loaf of bread was only $1.28 in 2018. Now a loaf of bread is twice that much. A box of cereal was only $3 in 2018. Now a small box is $5 in 2024. Oh, how prices have changed in such little time.
Did you ever want to live in New York? Well, you might have to make over $111,000 to live here comfortably. That's according to a recent smart asset analysis. They use data from the MIT Living Wage Calculator and the 50-30-20 rule, which says 50% of your earnings should be for your necessities, 30% for things that you want, and 20% for savings. If you want to live in sunny California or Hawaii, you'll need to make over $113,000. And if you want to live in Texas, you'll need to make at least $87,000. To live in Florida, you might need over $93,000. The most expensive spot on the list is Massachusetts, where you'll probably need to make over $116,000 to live comfortably. Do you agree? Tell us in the comments.
What $140 in groceries look like for two people. So, you got grapes, avocado oil, green onions, gluten-free pasta, mushrooms, got some sweet potato fries, 2 bags, basically a little bit over a pound, coconut yogurt, bag of salmon, another bag of salmon, grass-fed butter, 1 avocado, 2 pounds of lamb, a 3-pound ground turkey, and 4 peaches. Everything fits on the stove. With the exception of the oil, everything else will be consumed within 1 week. So if you took this out of it at $17, that's $117 in groceries for 2 people, when it's a good chance that all of this could be consumed in 1 week. Not family, just 2 people.
At the national level, the middle class is typically defined as households with an annual income ranging between $53,740 and $161,220. But middle-class Americans like Kyle Connolly from Pensacola, Florida, says life has quickly grown unaffordable.
Financially, things have definitely been a struggle for me. I don't know how, but every single month I somehow managed to get by. And I'm left with, maybe this past month, I was left with $125 in my checking account, and that's it.
As of June 2024, 65% of middle-class Americans said they were struggling financially, and don't expect their situation to improve for the rest of their lives.
It's a part of the income distribution that has felt a lot of pain in the wake of the pandemic. And it wasn't something that just economists were tracking. It was something that was really felt on the household level. You know, people felt it in their grocery bills. People felt it at the gas pump.
This is why I feel like the cost of living has never been as bad as it is right now. Because it used to be when the cost of living was high, it was for the things that you need in life. Food, gas, shelter, etc. All of those things cost a lot of money. Right now, all of those things still cost a lot of money. And also, I feel like it's just expensive to just be alive. Like, I feel like my life as soon as I wake up is literally just me putting down a credit card. And it's just a tab. And life is a bartender. And it's just like, what are you going to have? And I'm just like, I'm okay. I don't really need anything today. And it's just like, oh, really? Well, if you're going to be here, you're going to need to spend money. And I'm just like, what do you mean here? I'm just in the world. And it's just like, yeah, you have to buy something now. It's even getting to the point where, like, I feel like even my thoughts are getting expensive, you know? Like I could just have the thought of like, my nose is a little stuffy. And then all of a sudden I open up my phone 10 minutes later and have 12 ads for like, oh, you have a pollen allergy and you got to buy these anti-pollen allergy pills or you're going to suffocate in your sleep. Sleep is the only place I still feel kind of safe. But even there, it's like I could have sleep problems for one night and then I wake up feeling kind of groggy and all of a sudden I'm getting targeted ads for melatonin gummies. It's like all of our necessities are still expensive, and then also just every increment of our life costs something.
This is how much a single person needs to make to live comfortably in the 10 highest cost of living areas in the United States for 2024. And the last one is the worst. Number 10 is Oakland, California at $118,768. Number 9 is Seattle at $119,392. Number 8 is San Francisco at $119,558. Number 7 is Chula Vista, California at $122,803. Number 6 is San Diego at $122,803. Are we starting to notice a trend here? Number 5 is Boston at $124,966. Number 4 is Santa Ana, California at $126,797. Number 3 is Irvine, California at $126,797. Number 2 is San Jose, California at $136,739. And number 1 goes to New York City at $138,570. Also, the word comfortable in this video is based around the income needed to cover a 50-30-20 budget, which assumes 50% of your monthly income can pay for your necessities like housing and utility costs. 30% can cover discretionary spending, and 20% can go to savings or investments, which can get confusing to keep track of. So I just made a budgeting master sheet, comment wealth, and I'll send it to you for free.
Has anyone noticed that it's literally becoming impossible to live a normal life because of the inflation that's going on? Literally, our rent payment used to be $800, 2 bedroom, 2 full bath. $1,400. $1,400 is what we pay now. Used to be $800 just a few years ago, and now it's $1,400. Go figure. My auto insurance gone up 28%. Again, go figure. Inflation. Don't let me forget to mention electric bill, $300. For what? For what? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Now the icing on the cake, I feel like I go to the grocery store, okay, I go to Kroger, I feel like I go in there with $100 and I come out with a gallon of milk and 2 pieces of toast. And not even the good pieces of toast. You know, like the end pieces? That's what I come out with. It is dumb what is going on. How has inflation affected you guys? Because, again, rent used to be $800, now it's $1,400. $300 electric bill? Like, seriously, guys? Like, this is stupid. This is what's been going on in America. Inflation.
She is not the only millennial doing this.
Move to a secondary city. Do it now. I lived in LA, and I lived in New York for 10 years. It was great. It did what it needed to do for my hustle and my grind. When you hit 30, move to a secondary city. Literally do it. You'll save money. You'll have a more comfortable lifestyle. Your body will thank you because Like, we're getting up there. We need a little bit more space, a little bit more air to breathe, some trees. Look into secondary cities, people.
There's a wave of young people leaving big cities, and Bank of America actually did a survey to see which of those cities they are. These cities include Los Angeles, where the average home sale price is $1 million, and the average rent is $3,200. Groceries, which matter, are 11% higher than the national average. Next, there's Boston, where the average home price is $830,000. The average rent, which actually shocked me, is $37,000. That's a lot. And grocery prices were also 11% higher than the national average. San Jose, which is pretty close to Silicon Valley, is another city young people are leaving. The average cost of a home is $1.4 million. And rent is about $2,700. Groceries, and this shocked me, is 21% higher than the national average. You are really paying a lot for that avocado. New York, which we all know is very expensive, is losing young people. The average home price is $1.2 million. The average rent is over $4,600. And grocery prices are 30% higher here than the national average. This is actually one of the reasons why I literally buy fruit from the street. And then there's San Francisco, which has an average home price of $1.3 million. And the average apartment rent is a little over $3,600. And groceries, just like New York, are 30% higher than the national average. A part of me hopes that there's a massive exodus of young people leaving these big cities, because I think if cities get desperate enough for young people, for talent, that they will have to address these economic inequalities. What do you think?
Did you guys see this? CNBC just came out with an article stating the income a family of 4 needs to live comfortably in every U.S. state. And trust me, these numbers are going to shock you. Now, everybody's idea of comfortable is a little bit different, but the way that they do it is they use the 50-30-20 rule, meaning 50% of your income is used towards housing and utilities, 30% is for discretionary purposes, and 20% is for savings or investments. All right, so most of you are probably thinking, oh, it's gotta be California, or it's gotta be New York, it's gotta be Hawaii being all the way out in the middle of the ocean. Nope. Nah, neither of those. It's Massachusetts with a whopping $301,184 a year. And even looking at the least expensive state to raise a family, you have Mississippi with $177,798. What? Looking at my state, Maryland, you have to make $240,000 a year to have a family of 4 live comfortably. That's a lot of money. So, if you don't make about $200,000 a year or more as a family of 4, chances are you're not living comfortably. What do you think about that? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think.
This is what $35 worth of groceries looks like in October 2024. Now, before you come at me in the comments, most of these items were on sale, and I do try to buy store brand as much as I possibly can. To start, we have 6 rolls of paper towels for $6, $9 for this little tin of onion powder. You can see the shrinkflation in there, not fully filled up. Obviously, I won't go through this all in 1 week, but I do use a lot of seasoning when I cook. And it's also frustrating because I'm pretty sure you can get onion powder at the dollar store, so it would have been cheaper there. I got 18 eggs for $6, a red bell pepper for 99 cents. Then I got 3 apples for a little over $3, 2 pounds of ground turkey for $7, and then I got 32 ounces of yogurt for $3. So all in all, this is what $35 of groceries looks like in 2024. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of this in 1 week, and it's not like I can't afford it. I'm definitely not starving to death. I just think it's a bad deal. The election is less than 2 weeks away at this point, so I want to know, what do you think about the cost of living in October 2024? I'd love to know what you think in that comment section below.